This is a true story that has puzzled investigators for decades. Across America's Midwest and Northeast, a disturbing pattern emerged that would spawn one of the most controversial criminal theories of our time: the Smiley Face Killer Theory. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, communities were shaken by a series of tragic deaths. Young college-aged men, typically good students and athletes, would mysteriously vanish only to be found days or weeks later, drowned in local rivers or bodies of water. What initially appeared to be a series of tragic accidents would soon take a sinister turn. Two retired New York City police detectives, Kevin Gannon and Anthony Duarte, began noticing unsettling similarities in these cases. The victims were all young, successful college men who disappeared after nights out. Their bodies were found in water, often miles from where they were last seen. But what caught the detectives' attention was something even more disturbing. Near many of the recovery sites, they discovered graffiti of smiley faces. These weren't just any smiley faces. They were often yellow, drawn crudely on nearby walls or structures, almost like signatures. The detectives believed these markings were left intentionally by the killer or killers, mocking law enforcement. They estimated that up to 70 deaths across 25 states might be connected to what they called the Smiley Face Killers. Consider the case of Patrick McNeil, a 20-year-old college student who vanished from a New York City bar in 1997. His body was found 2 months later in the East River. Near where his body was discovered, investigators found one of these ominous smiley faces. Similarly, in 2009, Chris Jenkins, a University of Minnesota student, disappeared after leaving a Halloween party. His body was found 4 months later in the Mississippi River. Again, a smiley face marking was discovered nearby. The theory suggests that these deaths weren't accidents or suicides, but the work of a sophisticated network of killers. The perpetrators would allegedly target young men, typically in college towns, waiting until they were alone before abducting them. The victims would then be held for hours or days before being placed in the water. Some victims showed signs of GHB, a date-rape drug, in their systems. However, like many complex cases, this theory has its skeptics. FBI investigators and local law enforcement agencies have officially stated that they find no evidence of a connection between these deaths. They argue that young men drinking near bodies of water tragically, but naturally leads to accidental drownings. The smiley faces, they suggest, are common graffiti that can be found in any urban area. Support for the channel helps us continue bringing you these unsolved mystery stories. If you're enjoying this video, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated on new content. Yet the families of many victims stand behind Gannon and Duarte's theory. They point to inconsistencies in the official investigations and circumstances that don't add up. How did athletic young men drown in shallow water? Why were some bodies found upstream from where they disappeared? Why did some show signs of trauma inconsistent with drowning? The debate continues to this day. While law enforcement maintains these are unconnected accidents, advocates of the theory point to new cases that seem to fit the pattern. In recent years, several more drowning deaths of young men have occurred under similar circumstances, some accompanied by the same haunting smiley face graffiti. Whether you believe in the Smiley Face Killer Theory or view it as a coincidence born from tragedy, these cases remind us that sometimes the line between accident and foul play isn't always clear. The mystery of these deaths continues to haunt families, investigators, and communities, leaving us to wonder if these smiley faces hide a darker truth we have yet to uncover. The investigation remains open, and the debate continues. Were these truly just tragic accidents, or is there something more sinister beneath the surface? Perhaps only time will tell.